Oh, folks, and welcome to Dungeon Hearts. From the makers of War for the Overworld comes quite a different game. On a slight distraction. Okay, that's ignore it. It's just emphasis. These are marked like this by normal, but I'm not really sure. Should I have those ticked? We'll find out. I haven't actually tried the game at all yet. So, yeah. Let's see what it's like. Ellipses. Yeah, more dots. Ellipses. Oberon, where am I? Wasn't there meant to be voicing for this? Huh. Guess I'm doing it. My consciousness floats in darkness. I try to focus my mind and reach out to my memories. A flash of hot pain ripples through my mind. I feel as though my brain is scattered across a vast void. What was my purpose? How did I get here? No matter how hard I try, I just can't recall anything. Is there anyone alive in there? A deep, bassy voice echoes across the void. It cascades through my form as though he... do come on now, Underlord. We don't have time for a story, especially one so melodramatic. I feel a cosmic yank in my soul, pulling me from the abyss of my melodrama. Oh, I love this. Red figure. Finally awake, are we? Good. A strange, red, semi-transparent, and possibly placeholder figure stands before me. Even straining my eyes, I can't make out any details, but it's clear he's the source of the voice I heard earlier. You know, I must say, wasn't expecting you quite so soon. Still, this is an excellent opportunity for you and I. Let's begin. Don't dilly-dally, come along. Before I even have a chance to question the strange red figure with the impossibly deep voice, and who's incredibly good looking, he's already striding in a way that can only be described as evilly towards the building that looms ahead. The sign outside reads, Kairos High for gifted underlords and minions. I love this. Not knowing where I am, I decide my only option is to follow the figure into the school. He went the other way. The red figure nimbly skirts through the corridors, talking as he strides. I struggle to keep up. Often the transfer from another school leaves one a bit foggy in the head, so I expect you must have questions. Yeah. You've told me nothing so far, absolutely nothing so far. First of all, where am I? Secondly, who am I? Thirdly, who are you? Fourth, finally, why are you so eye-destroyingly red? You're giving me a headache. The figure stops abruptly, turns on the spot. For I barely catch myself before crashing into him. Despite the lack of expression attached to his character, I sense the anger resonating from him. Let's get one thing straight, Underlord. You'll find that a most pleasant master, provided you remain composed and polite. Following my rules, and assure you'll find yourself in a far worse place than where you were when I found you. Although I don't know much about this figure, the tone of his voice is filled with venom, and his threat strikes me as genuine. I can't help but question what he means. What do you mean by master? It was meant quite literally, I assure you. I am Mendacius. Mendacius? I still remember how to pronounce that name. Headmaster of the school, and indeed your master by extension. The fact is I'm inside your head, which you see the projection of my will, not my physical form as such. Does that make you my spirit animal? Most certainly not. Frankly, it's only this way because the developer thought you might get confused if there were two disembodied voices. That seems a little unfair. They don't really know me. Anyway, to answer some of your other questions, I move this rather pointless plot along. First, the elephant in the room. I'm a red cutout because no one could be bothered to create an asset for me, and there isn't any real concept art for me. Go figure. Well, it's not a surprise, I suppose, given patch 2.0 and the undergame's releasing in 19 days, and everyone's up to their eyes in crunch work. Somehow I don't think that's a stealthy announcement. Can't be honest. Actually, what patch number are they on? I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought and just everything. As I said before, you're my school, Kairos High. It's a place where I must bring my most gifted underlords, that's you, to train in the fine arts of dungeon building, minion management, and dating. Did you say dating? That seemed very evil. Ooh. Part of me thinks I should bother, even half-assing the voices here. Anyway. Well, in days gone by, I would actually invade realms, chasing my cosmic rival deity across the aether, crushing mortals and bending them with my will as I went, using my favorite underlords as pawns in a grand game of strategy. Sadly, such festivities aren't as lucrative as they were in the 90s. It's all about the dating business now. If you can churn out 20 titillating visual novels about picking up scantily clad cyber waifus in the same time it takes to dominate a continent, all while making more moolah, oh, it's easy to see why Bright Rock Games sold out. They're not even trying to be ambitious, to create something truly interesting that utilizes the unique strengths of the genre. Something with strong, interesting characters or unique plots like Steins Gate or Doki Doki Literature Club. I've never tried the latter, and I know very little about the former. I know they have the anime on Steam, but... Titillating, scantily clad cyber waifus. I like where this is going. Is that all you heard? Kids these days. The other stuff was kinda boring. Bring on the bazungas? I don't even know how to say that. I'm going to choose to say bring on the bazookas and is really hoping for this is his military school. Mandekius performs in action which could be roughly described as walking around before cracking a smile which I can't see. Well, I suppose that's one definition of walking around. It's more walking or spinning around in the air, but details. Well, don't look now, Underlord, but here they come. Huh? Really? Before I have a chance to react, someone comes crashing through and then he's his spirit form. I glimpse a red hood before I'm assaulted by a crashing pile of books. The last sight I have is of a goat running off, free from whoever was ferrying it, before I fall to the floor with the newcomer. A goat? Ow. Okay, I'm not doing a lady's voice. Ow, ow, ow. 10 out of 10 voice acting here. I take a moment to arrange my thoughts. My brain is still rattling from a mild concussion. I place my hand below me and try to rise up. As I do so, as I do so, I feel something beneath me, and my hand actually naturally clasps around the shape below. With a few squeezes, I realize I'm actually fondling someone's chest. It's small but pert. Is this? As my fingers continue to caress the foreign object, I hear a sensual moan. My nose begins to bleed randomly. I'm sorry. I'm not really, but as I take this chance and open my eyes. Oh my! Oh sorry, oh god, you're not a titillating, scantily clad cyber waifu! Taken aback, I leap to my feet as quickly as I can to put some distance between myself and my assailant. This is a perfect opportunity to reacquaint yourself with your powers, Underlord. Where the hell did you come from? From nowhere and everywhere, of course. Well, let me teach you something about ways of dating. This is so wrong. You promised to be waifus. Seriously, Bright Rock Games, you made a fantastic thing. This is an April Fool's joke they made, and it's fucking fantastic. Like, seriously, well done. Well done. In a moment, you will be presented with a choice. This choice will affect your future standing with this cultist, and will irreparably determine your destiny from here on out. To that end, behold your dungeon heart. When this heart is filled, your minion will love you unconditionally. Mendesius gestures off to the right-hand side of the screen, but nothing happens. Was something supposed to happen? Yes, but the developer got lazy and decided not to implement this feature. Simply know that it would have been tracked your progress with each minion you meet. If it helps, try to picture it in your head. I can't do it. Listen up. It's time to make your choice, Underlord. For you, I've considered a slap. It's always the correct choice for any Underlord. Sure. Without even considering whether I'm actually quite sane or whether the satisfyingly baritone drone of Mendesius is a figment of a psychotic breakdown, I follow the suggestion with extreme prejudice. A satisfying crack sounds across the hallway. I feel a sensation of deep satisfaction, almost as if I'm coming home to an ability I'd long forgotten. Ah. What? That smile. Oh yes, Underlord Senpai, slap me more. Interesting, it appears you discovered this cultist's kinky underbelly. Oh man, what is happening in this game? This isn't right at all. Where are my sweet anime girls? Why did you get stuck with this weirdo? This isn't time for kink shaming. Kink shaming, Underlord. Hit him again. I raise my hand once more, striking with a solid clap against Cultist's face. The same exultation of adrenaline runs through me. I think I could start liking this. Oh, Senpai. Yes, Brian's been a bad girl. More. Punish me more, Senpai. Are you going to deny such an honest plea? Go ahead. Unleash your fury on him. Third time's the charm. Not to shirk from my responsibilities in Underworld, I strike the cultist yet again. I'm convinced for some reason this will make him work faster. Ah, yes, Senpai. Excellent work, Underlord. Seems you've satisfied the key flags for bringing Brian under your wing. A little peer into the code tells me this could potentially influence something further down the line, though that's not actually been implemented at the time this was written. Perhaps it will be by the time you get to it. Well, sorry. Oh well, shall we move on? If you... Shall we move on if you're quite done being 50 Shades of Grey? What's next? Will you start sparkling too? Continue your assault! My mind is filled with a red fog as I continue to add another blow at the now unconscious cultist. I appreciate your enthusiasm, Underlord, but perhaps it's already time to stop now. You've already maxed out your dungeon armor, Brian. You can't be taken any further. I continue my assault unabated, unaware of Mendesius' voice appealing to the sense inside of me. I land a flurry of blows on the cultist, each one filling a part of me. This is fun. This is for all those times you wouldn't stop saying your work lines every few seconds during QA testing, you dotard. Underlord, stop. He's had enough. That was just a bug. He doesn't deserve to die because of it. I'm calling the police. You're a psychopath. After a few moments, my blood rage subsides. The scene that lies before me shocks me to my core. It appears I slapped... the poor cultist to the point he spontaneously exploded. What have I done? As the understanding of the crime I've committed dawns on me, I hear sirens in the distance. They're coming for me. And it seems this will be my last day as a free Underlord. Bad end. I love it. I love it. April Fools, thanks for playing Dungeon Hearts. It was fun to make. I hope you enjoyed it. I have to make some acknowledgements here, but for those fans who stuck with us till this point, I've embedded something special. Click one more time to see the announcement today early. Enjoy, and we'll see you in the Undergames. It was a sneaky announcement? Oh, they did use Kevin MacLeod's work. Okay, I'm gonna have to credit that. Wait, if this is all gonna be one video, it's okay. Fantastic. Or maybe Maybe I need to credit in the description anyway. Shit.
Dungeon management once again returns from exile. Welcome back, Underlord, to the war for the overworld. Are you ready to try your hand at the Undergames? A new single-player expansion pitting Underlord against Underlord across all new game modes. Choose new Underlords, master their powers, then topple all those that stand in your way. If you feel the odds are not yet in your favor, cast your eye over the wealth of features coming in the free patch 2.0. Wield the new Mighty Script editor to craft complex scenarios or even entire campaigns. Pit your wits against brand new Underlord personalities. Your foes have never been so frightening. Or descend down memory lane with the main campaign, remastered for your ravenous wrongdoing. Keep your ear underground, and soon all will be unearthed.
Okay, that was a bit too loud for me to comment over, but that looks cool. Though I do think that might be the last expansion. To War for the Overworld. I remember them saying they're only going to do 2. Can I load game? No, I never saved. Sure, load it. Fantastically. Skip. Let's skip. Oh! Christ, that's fast. Slap him. But I love this, like, seriously. This is really fun. And that was actually a hidden little announcement in it. I actually, you know, Bright Rock Games did a fantastic job with this. To be honest, I can't. I'm not sure how long this is, but if it's just a, you know, a small little thing, I probably would kind of like them doing a full shtick of this. Then again, maybe without say it's welcome. Okay, come on, times charm, and now we'll leave him be. We won't beat him to death. But yeah, I will be doing that War for the Overlord thing at some stage. There was another War for the Overlord thing that came out a little while back, and I'll do that at some stage as well. Excuse me. What was it? Sorry, my mind's actually blanking here. Yeah, I'll do that at some stage as well. But to be honest, I have a few things already in my backlog, so it'll be a while before it comes out. I want to go finish Warcraft 3. After Warcraft 3, I could probably do it then. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, I'll be doing. There's 2 separate expansions I haven't done. Actually, I'm not sure if one of them is really much of an expansion, but there's some content that got released that I never covered. My Pet Dungeon. Yeah, I'll cover that, and I'll do the Undergames, and I'll probably do a replay of the main campaign, if that's been remastered. They've never stipulated how it's been remastered, but I'll be interested in seeing it. So that will all be done at some stage down the line. I might start with the remastered campaign, do Heart of Gold, do that My Pet Dungeon, then do the Undergames, just one after the other. One big long list of War for the Overlord stuff. Actually, the first Heart of Gold episode is my most watched episode. Most watched video on my channel, the very first one. It's followed up by Warlords of Draenor. That was my first episode of that. So, just fun fact. Panting and heaving from my exertion, I feel satisfied that the punishment has been served. I look down at Brian. He looks as satisfied as I am, panting, a face shrouded by his hood. He gazes up at me. For a moment their eyes meet, and see literal hearts in his eyes. Senpai, no, don't look at me. Quick as lightning, Brian is on his feet with books once again piled high, running off down the corridor. Well, there's not much more we can do here. Let's go meet the rest of your class, shall we? As long as there's some actual cute girls to meet this time, not one of your bizarre cameos. I assure you, Underlord. He's saying that to himself. Assure you, Underlord, you'll not be disappointed by the menagerie of minions we're about to present. Okay, that was a flop up. He just started talking to himself. Mendesius strides off down the corridor, before sliding open a classroom door and stepping inside as I follow him. I love it. Oh. What in the world is going on in here? Well, I guess that's the end of the game then. Seems we've actually reached a point where either developer ran out of time before April 1st came around, or they simply fell asleep at their keyboard and caught the launch game button. From the way you talk about them, this developer doesn't sound all that great. I was promised waifus, yet this is what I get to end with? Well, to be fair to him, this has been an evening and weekend project for just 1 week. With the release of patch 2.0 drawing near, he didn't have much time, so that doesn't excuse him from being a bit of a git. No, it doesn't excuse him at all. I'm going to leave a negative Steam review. That'll show it. Oh, I love it. And yeah, seriously, I would actually love to see. You can't get the hero story. Actually, there's one more route we can try. Skip. But yeah, I would actually love to see a full thing of this, because that would be fucking hilarious to me. I would love it. Still, like I said, maybe it could be a case of it selling out, but not sorry, selling out. I read that on the screen, but overstaying its welcome. But I would find this hilarious. I really would. I'm not sure if I could do a Let's Play of either of these other ones. I'm taking risk on this one because I can Let's Play War for the Overworld. I'd somehow be surprised if they'd issue with me doing Let's Play of this. So yeah. So yeah. I would love to see a full thing of this. Well, there's a chance we could outsay its welcome. Who knows? Maybe it could be fantastic the whole way through. I have questionable tastes. Also, I don't get the goat reference. Okay, last option. Well, last route. Help him up. Ignoring the no doubt useless advice from the master in my head, I decided to do what any common and decent protagonist would do and assist the Fulton cultist to his feet. For the first time, I take notice of the literature strewn across the floor. Manga. The kind of manga that turns your eyes to jelly. Okay, gotta be honest, that one here makes me think of Oran Host Club. I've read a few issues of that. As I take a moment to analyze this situation once more, now that I'm looking at it from this point of view, the scene before me is actually extremely typical of these types of games. He's actually somewhat cute as he looks up at me. Let me help you up. Whoa! Damn phone! Okay, I'm gonna have to edit there. Yeah? The cultist actually looks up from his strewn books, tears in his eyes, but on seeing my outstretched arm, he blushes like a blood moon. Underworld, senpai? Flustered, he starts to flap about, quickly collecting the books. Then as quickly as he appeared, he shoots up to his feet, speeds off down the corridor, in the way only... Okay, I can't pronounce Japanese, I'm not even going to try. I thought I knew some words, and it just... I utterly botched them. According to a friend. In only a way a could. As he rounds the corner, all I hear is a shout of an apology. Go Menasai? I shouldn't even tried. That was pathetic, Underlord. Honestly, I don't know what was worse. Your disgustingly vanilla approach to dating, or the cult's disgusting weeaboo behavior. For an all-powerful deity, you're certainly narrow-minded. Why hate over people enjoying what they enjoy? As evil headmaster to school, judging people is all I do. In fact, I'm judging you right now. You're doing poorly. Great. Well, there's not much more we can do here. Let's go meet the rest of the class. And we're in Silent Hill. Okay, and yeah, that's the end of this. So there's a bad end and a, you know, loose thread. Seriously,
Dungeon.
Seriously, I would love to see a full thing of that. I would find that fucking hilarious. Also annoyed there's a hero story and I can't click it. I do like the artwork for this. Like, just like this kind of thing from, you know, War for the Overworld and all that. I do like it. But anyway, I sincerely hope you enjoyed this, folks. I need to go edit that thing now. Basically, I plugged my phone in a moment ago. And I'm recording the whole screen. So when, like, the bar at the bottom popped up and Dropbox popped up, it appeared on screen. Because the XSplit wasn't auto-capturing this. So, yeah. Anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this. I sincerely hope you join me again. Like I said, I will be covering War for the Overworld. The, like, you know, that expansion and the remastered content and all that. I will be covering that at some stage. When? Bloody fuck if I know. I want to finish Warcraft 3. I have to get back to that. And after Warcraft 3 done, it's Frozen Throne. Then I think I'll finish Ancient Space to get that off my computer. I've had it on my computer since 2016. I think. So, yeah, I just kind of want to get that off my computer at long last. I need to finish off the last few missions, and then I'm done. And then maybe I could do War for the Overworld stuff? Maybe. I don't remember what else I had in the list. Well, I had plenty in the list, but nothing I had, you know, great urgitude about doing. Actually, I wanted to go back to Total War, didn't I? Meh. I'll put War for the Overworld ahead of that. I wanted to do the other Total War for a while, but I'll do this first. I'll do War for the Overworld before it. Then, get back to Total War. So, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this. I sincerely hope you join me again for it. And I really want to make a joke, you know, relevant to underlording and dating, but gotta be honest, it's it's not the easiest thing to combine, really. Actually, I just got what they meant by dungeon heart. You know, the center of your dungeon is your dungeon heart. Yeah, I got it. I was just thinking, it's an underlord. He has a dungeon. It's a romance game. There's hearts. I was only viewing it like that, and now I've gotten the extra layer to the joke here. Fantastic. Shit, is it also the Kingdom Hearts font? Is this also not the Kingdom Hearts? Like, just this here, just... I'm going before Disney sues me. Bye. Love and peace, baby.